Because I'm finally doing a cooking broadcast that I haven't done in several years. I know you guys missed that. You told me you wanted me back in the kitchen. You fuckers. I'm doing it. So, yay. Let's see if I can switch the camera. I cannot believe how sharp this camera is. It picks up all my flaws. Fuck. Fucking HD camera. Okay, let's see. Nope. It won't let me switch the camera. Oh, switch camera. Yes. Ah, perfect. Okay, we are making today Crema Catalana. Crema Catalana is the Spaniard's version of creme brulee. What's the difference? I'm not totally sure, but it's actually very easy to make. Now, the thing about either Crema Catalana or creme brulee is that you're supposed to sprinkle sugar on top of it and burn it with a mini kitchen butane torch, which I do not have. Sorry, but I will be adding cinnamon instead, which is fine because we can actually use less sugar in our diets. So this is all the ingredients we need. Oh, we also need one of these. Yes, sir. Okay, so that pot's not very big. But anyway, so we're definitely going to need cornstarch. This is the brand that I use just because it's very readily available here. It's like $1.29, I think. It's super cheap. You need cornstarch. You need to separate your egg yolks from your egg whites. So that's what we're going to do this for. You need 2¼ cups of milk. And you need cinnamon for this one. You don't really use cinnamon in the original recipe, but that's what I'm going to use. You definitely need cinnamon sticks. You're just going to need 1 or 2 of these. I use 5 eggs. The original recipe calls for 4. I usually use 6, but I'm kind of running low on eggs, so this is what we're going to do. Remember, this is a custard. Whenever you're making custards, it's better to use more than less egg to make it very thick and creamy. We're gonna need lemon rind and orange rind. This is very important. This stuff flavors the custard in the beginning, including the cinnamon. So that's very important. Let me see if I can switch the camera around again. Oh, this is very tricky. All right. Let's see. There is. Let me see. I'm gonna. Oh, man, my kingdom for a tripod right now. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Let's see if I can position this properly. Ay ay ay. This is the first time I use a tablet to film a cooking broadcast. I think I'm gonna need to make this a little bit taller. Let's see, tissue box. Maybe like this. Oh, I know. I'm gonna use this. Hopefully this will work. And my tablet will not fall. No, I think it's gonna fall. Let's see. Oh boy. This is where I want it, and I don't think I'm gonna. Wait a minute. Maybe I will. I really should have thought about the logistics of this before I started filming. And it's working. Oh my god. Okay. Yes, there is one more thing that I add to my crema catalana. I'll show you guys. It's shredded coconut. Woo! Now this is optional. It's not necessary, okay? All right. So, let's get started. Yay! So, you need to put the milk in here. These are the measurements for like European measurements. The American measurements are on this side. But it's 2¼ cups milk, which is that much in metric. And you put it in a saucer. All the milk. Very easy to do, see? We're gonna boil this bad boy for anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes. The original recipe says 30, but I think that's overkill. So boil the milk 15 to 20 minutes. Now, here's the thing about milk. You have to watch it. Milk tends to burn in a saucepan. So you really have to keep stirring and watch it with your eyes. Well, I'm going to add the cinnamon and the coconut right now. So, there we go. Just a little bit. Now, don't go crazy with the cinnamon because it does clump up. A lot like flour. If you add it to a saucepan, it will clump up. Let me see if I can get it on camera. Oh, okay. See? Now you've got cinnamon islands. You don't want that. So take the whisk. Do not use a fork or a spoon. It's not going to help. It's just going to make it clumpier. Use the whisk. The whisk will save you. You know, at times like these, I think I should get a GoPro to do stuff like this. I think it'd be easier, just hands-free, you know? Okay. Let's see. Da-da-da. And that's what we got. See? Look at that. Isn't that perfect? It's doing something. But as long as it blends nicely, that's all we need. That is all we need. So now we're going to add the coconut. Again, don't go overboard. You don't want this thing so full of coconut that it's just hard to drag the whisk through it. We're not making plaster here. Just enough to make it a little bit thick, but you know, that's it. I would say maybe a tablespoon would be enough. It's supposed to be very subtle. You know, it shouldn't totally bunch up here. Again, whisk it through. So, let's see. Okay, looking like that. I'm gonna heat it up. I always give it medium heat because it's hot enough, but it's not so hot that I want it to burn. Remember, and keep this in mind, milk burns. If you do not watch it on the stove, it burns very quickly. So you gotta keep stirring that shit. Let me see if I can. Oh, I think that's better. Let's see. Yep. Now you can see right there on the stove. You can see the table. Awesome. Now there's two more things we're gonna add to that, and it's the rind. So you can take a peeler or a knife. Doesn't really matter. For these purposes, I'm just gonna use the knife real quick. Try to grab a big chunk of lemon and orange rind. It will really help. So this is a chunk of lemon all around. When you curl it like this, all this citrus starts, you know, leaching out. We want that. That's what we need from the rind. So I'm gonna add it to the thing. See? We actually use this to drink our tea in the morning, so it's just as well. I'm going to eat this orange later, so it's also just as well. Make sure that you wash this first before you dump it in the milk, okay? You don't want to eat a whole bunch of pesticides, right? Wash it real good. So forgive me if I don't respond to chat while I'm doing this. I got my hands full. If I know I'm gonna make this dessert ahead of time, I usually just peel the rinds beforehand just to save myself a little bit of time. But I wasn't going to anticipate doing a cooking broadcast so soon. So yeah, you want to cut corners in the amount of work you do. If there's some stuff you can do pre-hand, I say do it. So, you know, this is a very big, generous chunk. This is going to be awesome. So in the pot it goes. There we go. I covered it just loosely so that the milk starts boiling and heating up easier. Okay, what's next in the agenda? All right, we need 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. This is a tablespoon. It's the biggest one. I got these at IKEA for 99 cents, so you should definitely get these if you can. 1 tablespoon. It's the biggest one. So we need 2 of these. And we're gonna dissolve it in water. So we need another cup. I believe it's water. Let me see. Yeah, in water. We put a little splash of water in here to dissolve the cornstarch. Cornstarch is a thickener. This is what's going to make the custard thick. So this stuff is good. And by the way, cornstarch is also good for killing ants. If you sprinkle it where there's like ants outside, they'll eat it up, they'll take it to the hive, and it'll make them explode and die. It's kind of horrible when you think about it. But I have killed many, many swarms that way, so it's a good thing. Yeah. Okay. So here it is. This is 1 tablespoon. And we're going to add another one. And then we're going to put a little splash of water in there. See? Kind of looks like baking powder. Except it's much more fine. Ta-da! I love this recipe because it is so easy to make. You know, if you have all the ingredients beforehand. You know what I forgot to do in the boiling milk, because what we're doing is boiling the milk. We need to add a cinnamon stick. I take 1 whole stick and break it in 2. So see, they don't cost that much. So take 1 stick, break it in 2. Ta-da! And then you put it in the milk. So if you're gonna use a lot of these, be careful. They're overkill. They can empower the natural flavor of the entire dish, so be careful. That's why you use 1, break it into 2 for more flavor. If you're gonna add this to the boiling milk, use it sparingly, okay? The citrus and the cinnamon, they can easily overpower the dish, so yeah. Stick to the actual required measurements so you don't kill it. Oh, and make sure you seal your cornstarch, because that stuff exposed to air, it's not good. Okay, we put that aside. Okay, so while that's going, and we got our cornstarch in here, we're going to add a splash of water to this. I'm just going to fill water in here real quick. This is a little splash. That should be enough. Yeah, like that. And of course, back to the whisk. Trust me when I say, if you're working with like fine powder, anything in the kitchen, always use the whisk. It'll get all the corners and crevices in whatever dish you're mixing in. A spoon and a fork is just going to clump shit up. This gets all the edges. All right, so it should look like this. See? Like this consistency, kind of milky. And that's what you want. So we're gonna set this aside because we're gonna put that with the eggs. Now we're gonna separate the egg yolks from the egg whites. I'll show you how to do it real quick. Hopefully I can get this. How do I do this? All right, here we go. I guess. There we go. All right. This is actually very, 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 very easy. I'll show you how to do it. I apologize for the weird lighting. We have like 2 different kinds of lights in the kitchen. I don't know why. Crack it on the edge very quickly, okay? Don't puss out on me. Do it fast. There we go. See? So this is what happens. Oops. Well, it all fell in there. But you can take the smaller eggshell and scoop up the yolk. Watch. Like so. Ta-da! See? And then the rest of the white will fall out. Like so. Or you can help it too. You don't have to wait for it. You can actually just pull it off. So this is the egg yolk. And we're going to put it in here. Boop. And we're going to do the same thing for all of them, basically. Ta-da! Remember, do it fast or else it's just going to form a bunch of fissures around the shell. It's going to be messy, so just do it fast. Nice clean break. See? See, it's the egg white always wants to escape very fast. The egg yolk remains like at the end. If there's too much egg white in here, just put the egg yolk on the other shell. Ta-da! See? And then the rest just drains out very quickly. You can also pull it out. So, you know, whatever. There we go. See? A perfect little egg yolk. And it's going to go in here. That's it. You heard it go boop. That's good. So now we got 3 more to go. Now that you've seen it, I can actually just do it pretty quickly. And I should be doing it quickly because I have to go stir the milk. And I don't want it to burn, like I mentioned a million times. Boop. I'm already a pro at this, so I can go quickly. And last one. Now you're like, what do I do with the eggshells? You can actually crunch them up and throw them in your yard if you're growing flowers, because it's good for the soil. And what do I do with all the egg whites? Well, you can actually make an egg white omelet, which is what I do. I just ate dinner a little while ago, so I'm not into, but I don't want to waste the egg whites. So there's 2 things you can do with the egg whites. You can actually mix it with water and put it in your vegetable garden. It's very good for the soil. Or you can freeze it overnight and then use in the morning. Chickens eat eggshells? Ew. Those animals are more carnivorous than you think. All right. Oh, we also need sugar. I am so sorry. I was supposed to separate some sugar out. Because in addition we go. In addition to dissolving the cornstarch with the egg yolks, we're also going to mix sugar into the egg yolks. I gotta rinse the egg off my hand real quick and stir that. Ta-da! Ooh, it's smoking. Nice. You gotta mix it nice and smoothly. All right, so these are my egg whites. I'm gonna set this aside because we don't really need it right now. All right. Use about 7 tablespoons sugar, or that should be tantamount to about a quarter cup sugar. This is dirty. I'm gonna use a different mixer, I guess. I meant to say measuring cup. I'm gonna use a clean one, so I'm gonna put the quarter cup of sugar in here. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. So we're gonna beat the sugar. We're gonna beat the eggs and drop the sugar while we're doing the beating. We're gonna do the beat down. Like so. You never dump in all the sugar at once. You gotta beat that shit in, okay? I tell you this because you need the mixture to be nice and even. I'm gonna take a moment, really give it a spin. Ta-da! Oh wait, let me see if you can see. The consistency is very grainy because I'm using granulated raw cane sugar. I believe you're supposed to use fine, but this is okay too. It's fine. Just give it, more of a go. Give it a bigger beat down, I guess. And away we go. Woo! Okay. Not too fast and not too slow. See? And we're supposed to okay. So now this is gonna sound strange, but let me grab. Okay, so this is the cornstarch mixture, and I'm gonna drop it in. We're supposed to beat it in. Also with a splash of hot milk from the boiling milk mixture that I have over there. Here we go. The whisk gets it all out. I love the whisk. Guys, you gotta have a whisk. It's a miracle tool. And it's so affordable. It doesn't have a handle because this one comes from a cake mixer that I use. I am gonna pick up a bit of that hot milk now, so yeah. I'm gonna use this. Helps to sing Michael Jackson's Beat It. You go right ahead. Ooh, this is hot. You see how hot it is? Look at all the steam coming in. There you go. Nice generous splash. Because it's still, the heat makes it, blend. Remember, we have sugar in here, and we want that sugar to melt down a little bit. I'm going to add a second splash, just for good measure. Now I'm going to beat it in, see? Ooh. Get it nice and even. We want everything to be nice and even in this mixture. Okay, so it's no longer granulated thanks to the hot milk melting it. You see? There you go. It's not granulated anymore. It's nice and smooth. And that's what we want. Okay, so I'm going to take this out over there. Now we're going to combine the two, but remember to take out the lemon rind and the cinnamon stick out of the mixture. So we need to do that right now. I'm gonna take this with me. This is such an easy dish to prepare. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Ah. Ooh. We are at the stove now. There we go. All right, so we have our rind there. We got to take that out. Hang on. See if I can prop this up properly. I got to properly prop. Okay. Let me get that out of there. You can use anything to get it out. Doesn't really matter. There we go. Oh, see? This is the lemon rinds. The lemon and orange rind. And I got to get the cinnamon stick out too. Because, surprise, we're not going to use the cinnamon stick. Man, that's proving hard to get out. Okay, here we go. Here it is, the cinnamon stick, number 1. There's also a number 2 in there. I got to get that bad boy out. Ah. Come on up, buddy. Hot. Huh, there we go. Okay, that was actually hot. So by all accounts, this is just hot milk. It does smell nice and coconutty and cinnamony. See? If you take the whisk, you can scrape it along the bottom. It feels kind of hard because, like I said, milk burns. You got to keep stirring and watching it. So I'm slowly going to stir in that mixture, the egg mixture, in here. This is already thickened because I put the cornstarch in it. We're going to combine the two. But we're going to mix that in very slowly in here. I'm always trying to find a better way to prop these. Let's see. Okay, I guess. Let me see. This is not working. See if I can. Don't know how to get. Oh well. I don't know how to properly. Man, I really need a tripod. Whatever. Okay, so I guess you can see it from this angle. Very, very, very slowly, right? Okay. Ta-da! Now, the reason they say you're supposed to mix it in slowly is because, yes, this is an egg mixture. If you move it in too quickly, it could start turning into hot scrambled eggs inside your saucepan. You don't want that. You want everything to stay creamy smooth. Okay. And you gotta keep stirring that bad boy. Let's see if I can grab my tablet. And this is what it looks like, more or less. You can actually just reduce it. I'm putting it on low. And gonna serve it in a few minutes. Now, traditionally, you're supposed to use clay or ceramic, dishes where you put the crema catalana into, like so. If you don't have any, just use anything, any kind of ceramic cookware that is designed to hold heat, and that should do it. Now we remove from heat. Why do we remove from the heat? Because we need to let it cool down so it thickens up. Ta-da. It's actually nice and thick now. I'm going to show you. Show you real quick. I didn't even have to do that much. Switch camera. There we go. All right. So you can see it's starting to thicken up. It's starting to thicken up a lot like porridge or oatmeal. It's got an oatmeal consistency, and that's what we're going for. The reason I keep whisking it is because I don't want anything that was settling at the bottom of the pan. I want it to mix and blend in very well with the mixture. But it is officially nice and mixed. I'm gonna let it cool down for like maybe 3 to 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna pour it on these dishes in here. I used to have a third one. I don't know where it went. So basically that amount is enough to fit into these two. I fill them almost all the way to the top. It's not that thick, see? But yeah, that mixture is going to go in here. And all that it takes. I am going to clean up a bit here. So while that thickens up, I'm going to put some plastic on it, saran wrap, yeah. Because tomorrow I'm gonna make egg white omelet, which is very heart smart, very good for you. Don't you just hate it when this happens? Damn it. I'm gonna cover it nice and tight. There we go. Problem solved. I'm going to put this in the freezer. And these eggshells, whoops. We always crush them and put them outdoors in the flower beds. So I'm going to let them dry out a little bit. They seem pretty wet right now. And the orange, I'm going to eat in a little bit. We're done with the sugar, the coconut, everything else. Okay. And we're going to check on this in a little bit. Let's see. I'm going to take a spoon and see how thick it is. When it cools down, oh, it's getting a nice little skin on it. Look at this. Nice. Eat it. When it starts getting the skin on it, that's how you know it's starting to cool down. Eat it, eat it. Have some more chicken, have some more punch. It doesn't matter who's up for lunch, just eat it. Weird Al it's truly underrated genius, I think. I'm gonna move it to this burner because you got more light here, and you can see it looks so nice, and it smells incredible. A little bit vanilla-y, even though I didn't add vanilla to it. But damn, it smells good. I wish you guys could smell this. Someone really needs to invent smell-o-vision. So that's pretty much the cost of doing this dessert. I'm just cleaning up now. Hooray! How do I switch the camera? Here we go. All right. That was it. You see how simple that was? Very simple. Crema Catalana. If I had a little kitchen butane torch, I covered the skin on the surface of the dish with granulated sugar, and then I melted with a torch. That's traditionally how you're supposed to serve it, but I don't have one. Damn it. I should put that on an Amazon wish list. Those things are hella cool. So that's that, guys. There's not much to it. When you do actually eat the dessert, oh my god, it is amazing. It's a very lovely custard dish. And that's how long it takes to make. It's not, it's not rocket science. There we go. Scheiße. Right. I will say, anytime you're working with eggshells and eggs, raw eggs, always, always, always wipe down your surface with Clorox, moist towels, or Lysol, whichever one you have, because you do not want to spread bacteria and salmonella. That shit is serious. I'm not kidding. See what other messages I got. Oh man, I always forget how to pull up my chat window. Oh, there we go. Someone invented smell-o-vision. Would someone write a computer virus and have it connected to the bathroom? Ew. You heard Fergie sing the national anthem. Why is everyone making a big deal out of it? Was she really that bad? I have to ask. Ah. Man, I really need a tripod. It was bad. Holy shit. I think a professional singer would not be bad. But, toward the end of her life, Whitney Houston sucked at singing. But it was all the drugs she smoked. It's such a shame. I'm going to show you guys what I use to clean the kitchen down real quick. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to clean this. still thickening up. Oh my god, the whole time that I was talking to you guys, my tea went cold. Hang on. All right, trust me, you do not want that stuff from raw eggs sitting on your table and countertops. See? It's wet. Just wipe it all down. Boom. And, you know, we're pretty much done here. If Fergie is that bad at singing, she should really, like, retire early. Kind of sucks for her or for anyone who has one, like, singular profession. It's like, dude, you had one job. How could you blow it? You only had one thing to do. Sucks. Sucks to be you. She'll rebound. Everyone in Hollywood does, right? That's it. Remember, always buy these at Sam's Club, Costco, and all the other big box stores because they sell them in like a 3 and 4 pack, and that's really what you need. You have no idea how quickly people go through these. It's very, very helpful. Ooh, hot. Okay, so we're done there. I'm gonna go wash the dishes real quick. And I think once I'm done with that, I'm gonna pour the mixture because y'all need to see how that goes. I also need to put like plastic over it. And you're supposed to cover it in plastic, put it in the fridge at least a half hour, and then it's ready to eat. But I actually just leave it overnight. I was looking for a very large spoon, but I think this will do just fine. Let's flip that camera around. Boop. Ah, here we go. Okay, so So I'm gonna pour half in here and half in the other one. Hope I don't mess this up. Sometimes it gets a little messy. So yeah. Actually, maybe I can do it right here. No, it's gonna mess the stove. I don't want to clean the stove. All right, here we go. Oh, look, it's got a nice skin on it. That's cool. All right. Yep. See? A little, like halfway maybe. Huh. That's a little more than halfway, so I'll pour the rest in here. Oh, that skin. Look at that. And that's pretty much it. What does that say? Pymus? Pymus? I sort of missed the little message that came on the screen. All right, well, I'm going to finish pouring this out. Read that. Okay. Damn, I'm gonna ask Santa Claus for a tripod. Damn it. Okay. Alrighty. Hooray. I mean, you don't even have to pour the rest of this out. You just, you can lick it, I guess. Off the back of the spoon. I will. Damn, that shit is good. All nice and thick and cinnamony. That is good. Oh my god, I am gonna pig out here. Look away, kids. Look away. Pigging out. Yum, yum, yummy. Okay, so we got our 2 bowls. I'm gonna pour a little more cinnamon on that. But this, mind you, is just a tiny little sprinkle. Like, it's just more of decoration, more than anything, because I just tasted it, and you can taste the cinnamon in it already. So that's it. Oops. Ta-da! That's it. That's all there is to it. Look how nice and cinnamony. Oh yeah. So that's how much it fills up the bowls. You can see the depth. And I'm gonna finish that off before I wash it. And I'm gonna cover it with saran wrap and put it in the fridge. You gotta let it cool down a little bit, because if you still see like heat coming up and you put this plastic wrap on it, it's gonna get condensation, and that's just gross. You don't want that. So I guess let it just kind of chill for a little bit outside, and then put it in the refrigerator. And that's it. Good job. Thank you. Thank you so much, Flores. I don't know how to turn off it. Oh, thank you. I did have the thing with the microphone. Sorry about that. I always forget when I have a microphone with that. And I'm trying to get rid of my Okay, so that is pretty much it. I don't know. I am fiddling with this thing. Okay, that was it. That's the end of my cooking broadcast. Oh my god, this camera really picks up everything. Oh, you think I'm covering it? Am I still covering it? So, you know, this is pretty much the finished product. Yay! So that's it. That's all it is to it. Sound. No sound. Ah. Can you hear me now? Oh, you got sound now. I think I may have accidentally lowered the volume. Yeah, I gotta get a protector, some kind of screen protector for this thing. Sorry, it's a new tablet. Okay, guys, see you Saturday. Enjoy your crema catalana. Bye. Oh, I'll put the recipe up on my Facebook, okay? If you want it. Ciao.